Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 11, Episode 18 and stuff, okay? I just wanted to go ahead and get this thing done. I know it's like a little bit late that y'all will be getting this, but it's going to be here nonetheless. Now, this may not be a long review because I feel like it wasn't that much stuff that happened in this episode. We're going to still get it done and whatnot. But y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, please make sure to subscribe to my channels to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all know to subscribe to my other channel, JayLeesCorner Talk, because there's stuff over there too, and it's always appreciated. Do not forget to like this video, comment in the comment section, girl. Like the video, comment in the comment section. You can also hit the share button to share it on your social media and stuff. Relax, relate, release, and center yourself and everyone around you. And always inhale and exhale because it will prevent you from probably cussing somebody's ass out over misunderstanding and whatnot. Okay? But do not forget, you can also follow me on social media on IG. It is J_Lees_Corner. On Twitter, it is just JayLee's Corner. But y'all know to like and subscribe, okay? I am off work today in my round the house dress, no lipstick or whatever. I'm trying to calm down because it's a restful day, a long day. But y'all know tonight, the Ladies First piano is on Bondi Blues channel tonight at 9:15-ish p.m. So I'm trying to keep my face plain until I have to be on camera for that later on. But yeah. Okay, but let's get into the Ladies of Beverly Hills, okay? So we see a couple of things in the beginning. We see Kyle and Crystal on the phone chit-chatting or whatever about the awkwardness that was at Doree's party with Sutton and Erica not speaking to each other. But I feel like, why are y'all concerned with who else is having conversations? Was it anybody else in the room who did not talk? It's weird to me for anyone to focus on, girl, they ain't talking. So what? They were talking to other people. Who cares if they did not talk to each other? Leave it be until they are ready to handle things. Stop being nosy. Okay, stop being nosy and whatnot. Now we also see Kathy and Dorit on the phone, because the girls are packing to go on a little girls trip that Kathy planned or whatever. So Dorit, no, I think Kathy called Dorit. I was like, that production maker called Dorit because I just don't see Dorit getting a call from Kathy for no reason. But I'm gonna let that be. But Kathy was trying to follow up on the whole weirdness, awkwardness, okay. With Dorit again, bringing up how, Garcelle isn't really open. Garcelle be out here poking at me. Garcelle has some kind of feeling or disdain for me, and I keep asking her to be honest. I'm like, girl, she done told you talk too damn much. Okay, that's an issue with you. There is no other issue, but I feel like, first of all, it was funny that Kathy was not listening the whole time. Kathy was put up on her purse, okay, looking at makeup, doing everything except listening to Dorit's boring ass talk. All that. Her name should be Fritos or Funyuns, okay? So Funyuns, which is Dorit's name too, is like picking at this little issue with Garcelle, mainly because Funyuns don't have anything else to do in life on this show. Okay, you don't have, what other storyline does Funyuns have? She doesn't have one. She talks and talks and talks and talks and talks, but for no real reason. Okay, and then not only that, you have already had this conversation with her. Okay, so what is the point of bringing it up to Kathy? But I'm gonna leave that be. So we then see mostly all the ladies meet up at Kyle's house because they're all gonna drive caravan style to this hotel that's a few hours away or whatever. Now Garcelle was not coming until later on that day because she's working on the reel. She has a show. So she's working. Anyway, but it was funny to see Kathy, who left her purse at her house, but as she said, the people didn't put her purse in her car because Kathy has folks who take care of her so much that she don't think to grab her purse and her phone. I get you may not think to pack all your belongings, but your own purse and your own cell phone, how you leave the house with that? Who started your car? You drove to Kyle's house, Kathy. How you drive to someone's house without your purse and your cell phone? I'm confused. Those are rich people problems or whatever. I don't have those issues. But whatever, okay? But they do call the house, and Kathy told Kyle, call my house. She's like, well, who am I gonna ask for, Kathy? Because you don't have your phone. Well, ask for the lady. She's like, what lady? Kathy said, the lady who works for me. I was like, does she have a name? And production then had the lady on the screen as the lady on the phone. And then the lady said, yeah, her purse is here. And Kyle then said, we need you to meet us by the freeway, okay, to bring her the purse and her phone or whatever because she need that for the trip. And then the lady showed up, and it was the lady, and that was it. I was like, really? Kathy's so rich and so helpless, honey, girl. Anyway, so we also see, and again, each person is driving their own car to this hotel or whatever. So I don't get why they all had to meet at Kyle's house, but sometimes it's easier if y'all all follow each other. I guess I'm gonna leave that be. I assumed at first they were all riding like one big old bus or whatever, but no, they was all driving their own cars, or at least they were in a car. I don't know about that either. Erica gets there. Hey guys, I have my dog in the car, so I'm going to just leave. I was like, why did you stop at Kyle's house if you wasn't going to leave with them? Why not just text her and say, Kyle, I got my dogs. I'm going to leave. I will see y'all there. It's like it didn't make any, no one was in the same car. So even you feeling like you didn't want to be around other people, you in your own car. So I was like, why did she come here just to walk in and say bye? That was groundly there be anyway. And when she got there first to the hotel, no one understands how hard things are for me. No one gets how every morning I wake up and it's a new punch to the head. I'm like, Erica really wants to be the victim. She really wants folks to feel like, oh, every morning she's waking up to these headlines and it's oh so hard for her. That'll be okay if the bigger story wasn't your husband stole millions of dollars from dead, burnt people and the families who deserve the money based on the malpractice of whoever was the cause of the situation of the people dying. So it's like you aren't the victim here. Even if it's tough for you, you need to suck that shit up because the bigger picture is the people who died and their families. It's like that's the big picture, Edgar. That's who has a hard day every day because they're having to wake up too and see these headlines about why they still don't have the money to do things that they should have had the money to do because your husband stole it all and gave it to you and put it in your ass, your tits, your face, your hair, and your clothes. That's the issue, Erica. That's who's having a hard day. That's who we don't know how hard their lives are on a daily basis. It ain't about you, Mama, not at all. But I'm gonna leave her line as be. Now, Sutton is having foot issues, and she says she's always had them or whatever. And she like sprains her ankle, but it's a really, really, really bad sprain. And so she's like limping, got it bandaged up or whatever. So on the trip, her doctor makes her go to the ER to get an X-ray, and she has like a really, really bad sprain. It's very, very bruised, so it's wrapped up professionally now. And she's on crutches for a couple weeks, and she has to stay off her foot. So she also has a wheelchair. I was like, girl. Anyway, so we do see all the ladies go to lunch on the beach. So Garcelle isn't there because again Garcelle hasn't made it yet, and then Sutton is there because again Sutton is getting her leg looked at. So again, the other women is sitting around here. Okay, now when Sutton calls and tells Kyle about her foot and whatnot, okay, after that conversation, they even say, "Oh, Erica, how do you feel about Sutton? How do you feel about her?" It's like, look. I am not okay with Sutton calling me a liar. Okay, I hate when anyone calls me a liar. And this is the thing. Doreen then asked, well, did she actually say the word liar? You go, Kyle. Well, yeah, she did say, Erica lied. Okay, and she gave an example. What example did she give? What was her example? She said, well, you told us before that, Tom had a foot injury, but it was really a head injury. So she's saying that you lied about that one thing, not calling you a liar, like you're always lying, but you lied about something, which you did. Okay. Anyway, because sometimes, when you tell somebody one thing, but it's actually something different, that's considered a lie. But again, that's neither here nor there. So Dorit kind of said, what's the details? And like, you said it was a foot issue, it was a head issue, whatever. And said, but what was? And when Erica then said, we allegedly, I'm like, allegedly what? How could you say you told them Tom had all these broken bones, the whole head injury, or whatever? He was also unconscious for 12 hours. How was any of that allegedly when you were the one telling them these things as if it was facts? And I was like, because she's a liar. Okay, let me say allegedly, okay, because she probably lying. So, but then when she, but look, I know what happened. I was there. It was an I don't care what anyone else thinks. Okay, I'm like, but you keep saying that. But when you say one thing and then say something different, that's why anyone feel like you've been lying about either this or that. And so both Kyle and Dorit both bring up how her saying these different things is the whole reason people are really confused on what actually happened. And some people feel like she lying about something because, again, the whole allegedly thing and how you're not telling full truth. And Dorit say, I don't, it's not that she's lying, but she's not fully being honest. She's lying or she's omitting things because I don't know, whatever reason, but whatever. So, but again, both Dorit and Kyle in their confessional is saying this is why people question what she's saying because of things like this, of her whole allegedly thing or whatever, and then her not fully explaining things the right way. I'm like, whatever. But Kyle say, seeing Tom back before, like in 2018, whenever he was at the house hanging out or whatever, she's like within the past 3 years because because Lee, girl, damn it, because Eric, because Erica's saying within the past 3 years, Tom's health has been declining and him having dementia. And Kyle's point was the last time I saw him, which was not more than 3 years ago, he was very much so, in his right mind. Okay, he was very much so energetic or whatever. He was very engaging. So it does not make sense if at that point in time you saying he was in his right mind. But I'm leave that be. I'm not a liar. I don't care if I don't care how I made her feel. Meaning Sutton, I'm saying? I don't care if she felt threatened. She should feel threatened. I was like, okay, bitch. Okay. Anyway, we then see Garcelle gets there looking amazing in her all white. Okay, looking amazing, amazing. We also see Sutton is there in her wheelchair. Um, and they little chit chat or whatever. Now she's, her foot is hurting or whatever. Fine, fine, fine. Sutton brings up for her that she is not trying to mend things with Erica. That she feel like she is the one that should need to do that. Meaning, really, it should be Erica because she said more hurtful, aggressive, mean things towards Sutton than Sutton has towards her. Sutton has really only had questions about what is really going on. She's calling out, she's calling a thing. And so for her, like I was a great friend to her. We see a flashback conversation of her telling the ladies how when Erica first that was getting divorced, when she first heard about it, Sutton offered to give her money. And Sutton was on What Would Happen Live, and she elaborated saying when you are getting divorced, your lawyers will advise people you need to have some money sitting already because this is gonna one get expensive and messy. So you hope to have someone who's a friend or whatever or whoever who can loan you some money in case things get tough. And so she offered Erica some money while her offering the money wasn't the reason she had questions about what Erica said, but her point was I was a good friend to her, so she on bullshit for acting like I wasn't. Okay. Whatever. So I'm not gonna be the one trying to mend things. So they had that conversation and it was what it was. And then the rest of the episode was the whole dinner scene. Okay, with everyone there, all dressed up and whatnot. I don't know why Erica trying to wear white as if she's godly and she's not, but I'm leave it be. So first of all, the dinner was supposed to be starting at 8 p.m. Kyle and Kathy was in a room like beginning to get dressed at 8:12. Okay, I'm like, how the fuck is y'all that late? Did y'all have no sense of time? And when all the other women showed up, The fact that Kyle and Kathy did not show up until 9 p.m. And when Lisa was calling Kyle to figure out, well, what the fuck y'all at? Because we wait, know what was going on. And Kyle didn't answer. Kyle said to Kathy, well, Lisa called, I don't want to answer. Kathy said, what? Is she your boss? Which, I was like, see, that's a typical person who feels like she is on her own time. Like, I don't have to be on time for anybody. But I'm like, for me, that's crazy because you wanted people at you when she had her party at her house. Like, I don't like anyone getting here early. It's a time and this and that. Well, how can you set a dinner to be at 8 p.m. and you show up at 9? And they ain't said shit to these other folks about nothing. But on these shows, they always be late. So I figured maybe thought they be late sometime. We be late too. But my thing is this, if I'm calling you and you an hour late, I'm going back to bed. I'm not waiting. Not on my watch. Anyway, after a little dinner, okay, with everybody. Kathy brings up how I can feel the lingering, feelings, between the ladies or whatever, and it's things going on. Okay, I'm not with Kathy, that's true. So I'm gonna pop off screen because I don't feel like being on screen right now, and boom, pow, pow. We have who the most conversation was. I did not get a photo of Erica at the party, so I only had this one, so it was what it was. So suddenly, okay, Kathy, there's a thing between me and Erica. I did call a meeting without her present, but I did it just to ask questions because listen, I was nervous about things, and so I wanted to have a conversation. But I won't apologize for asking questions I at all. But Erica, you did hurt my feelings, and it was you were scary at Kathy's house, and that's what it is. Erica, don't call me a liar. Don't call me a liar. I'm like, no one called you a liar per se. You upset. Erica to me is more upset than she needs to be based on what was said. And said like I never called and I never said that you were a liar. I never said Erica's a liar. Kyle then said, well, no, you did say she was lying. But we see the footage of her saying to Erica that you did lie about the broken foot. That was really a brain issue, whatever. So that's where the liar comment came from. Her point was, I never said that she's up in line or everything, but I was questioning things that she did not give full truths about. So I get Sutton's point. I also get Erica's point, but I still feel like Erica's a lying piece of shit who is going too far to make herself be the victim and get people on her side. Anyone who doesn't fully believe the bullshit come out her mouth, she makes her enemy. But that's on her. So for Erica to say to Sutton, I don't care how I made you feel. I don't care, I don't know why you're speaking to me because I don't have anything to say to you. And Sutton, okay, Miss Small Town. I said, okay, that's Sutton, little throwbacks. And Erica then called Sutton small minded and that she is actually Miss Small Town. I said, now y'all going back to insults. So Sutton, like, if you have to put me down, okay, to insult me by calling me small minded to make yourself feel better, then that's on you. And I was like, Sutton, forgot this one. Sutton ain't playing. I do feel like Sutton is standing up for herself a little bit more. She's not backing down to Lisa as much, and not Lisa, to Erica as much. And I'm like, that's fine, because it is what it is. And for Kathy, like I don't feel like she said out loud, I don't feel like Sutton did anything wrong. Okay, besides maybe using the wrong word. But I don't think she really feels like that you're a whole full-fledged liar. But saying she just said the wrong word. Which is it? She was asking questions based on shit Erica said that wasn't adding up. The math wasn't mathing. The comment wasn't sensing. Okay, that's what it is. Now when Dorit then say Erica's going through lots. Okay, and a lot, there were some lines crossed, and Sutton said a lot of lines have been crossed. Okay, but I'm the only one being made out to be the bad guy. Everyone's coming in on me. No one's coming in on you. Dorit, shut up. Shut up, Frito. Shut up, Funyuns. Okay, y'all are. And kudos to ourselves. So no, that's not true. Y'all do come out. Even at I think at Kathy's party, everyone tried to make it seem like it was only Sutton who had either things to say, who had questions, or who had even contacted a lawyer. They all allowed Sutton to take all the blame and kept telling her to be honest about what she said. But neither Kyle or Dorit were being honest about what they were actually saying. That's why they said currently Erica is pissed with both Dorit and Kaya because they were saying all their shit in the confessional. Okay. And on Watch What Happens Live, when Sutton was on there, Sutton also brought up how no one has came to apologize to her based on the show airing, showing them saying the exact same shit that she was saying, but they all kept coming at her because they all full of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But I like how Garcia was like, well, no, y'all were coming at her. Yes, y'all, that's what it was or whatever. And Sutton said, I'm just trying to help. Not Sutton. Dorit said, I was just trying to help Sutton. I was trying to help her because I was trying to help her to say, to tell the truth. And she said, yeah, but that don't help no damn body, Dorit. You don't have to keep doing that because again, it wasn't that Sutton wasn't saying or being honest. She was saying exactly what she said, just wording it not in such a harsh manner. She was still asking the same questions. Okay. So, kiss my ass. And even Garcelle, like, y'all are pushing her to do these things. Y'all did the same thing to Denise last season, which is on bullshits. And none of this push, push, push to talk about shit has helped anyone because things are worse now between Sutton and Erica than they were before. Because y'all making it seem like she's not saying like she's not saying what she said and she really did or whatever. So at this point in time, Doreen and Garcelle start having a conversation. And Dorit brings up how you told me, Garcelle, the one night I was talking or whatever, and I was saying one thing, and you then said like what you said, so you were telling me to be honest, but you don't want me to do that to Sutton. The difference is Sutton was being honest in her own way. Sutton was being honest in different words, whereas Dorit, you were saying other shit. You were not saying anything that you said the night before in the right way or the wrong way. You were just like kind of omitting the whole thing, making it seem as if you were on Erica's side, but you wasn't. So that's what she meant by you're not being honest because you were lying about what you said. You were lying about how you felt. Sutton just wasn't saying, Erica, you're a liar. She was saying, Erica, you said this, but then said that. Why did that happen? That's the difference. But I'm gonna leave that be. So Kathy is like, oh my god, like it's just so much back and forth. I feel like they're really nitpicking or whatever. This back and forth thing, like if you already handled things with Garcelle, why even bring up how you felt about her calling you out about whatever, whatever, whatever? It's some bullshit. Big Lips Renner, okay. It's like, well, you guys, I feel like, things, and there are still some hurt feelings, okay, between Garcelle and Dorit. And Garcelle said, well, yeah, I can see that. I thought it was over, but I guess there's more to it. Lisa gonna be and say, Garcelle, you had said, that you didn't feel accepted or whatever you said, and what I'm saying, in the group or whatever. And I feel like if you want to feel accepted in the group, you have to make an effort to be a good friend. I said, Big Lips Renner, fuck you, bitch. Okay, fuck Lisa Renner, because I was like, the fuck to say to her, you need to be a better friend. You need to try to make an effort to be our good friend. No, the fuck I know. No, you hoes crazy. I gotta do that. No, not today, whatever. And when she used the example of, I had a party for Garcelle for her birthday at my house and to look good together, whatever. But she did not even know when Kyle's birthday was. It ain't my job. Look, I have friends. I can't remember everybody's birthday. And to me, at y'all age, does that really matter? If it's 7 of y'all and if 5 of y'all know her birthday, mention the shit to me and let me be involved. But don't say I'm a bad friend because I don't know that big birthday. Who else? A lot of folks don't know her birthday, not just me. So that pissed me off. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be too. So, um, she gotta make it. It just made me so mad. Lisa then brings up how you also brought up how the ladies were coming after you, and that wasn't nice. And Garcelle said, "Well, look, who here think I don't like them?" Now I don't even usually ask that question because who goes around asking folks who don't like them? It's bullshit. And of course, well, I do, said Dorit. Of course, Fritos, Funyuns. Of course, you feel like she don't like you because I don't think you like you, whatever. And so Lisa punk ass with the big lip, Garcia, you need to be straight with Dorit because you can be shady. Bitch, we can all be shady. And God says, no, we can all be shady. So that's bullshit right there. But I've told y'all how I felt, and no one spoke up for me and asked me how I felt after that. No one did that. And when Dorit brought up how I seem like I'm not interested in building relationships with y'all, no one came to my defense. No one said a word in my defense. So I'm always on an island by my damn self. Okay? And as the only black woman in this group, have y'all ever thought it's odd for me to be in this space? And then they all get quiet. Because as white women, they never have to feel like the only anything in the room. Ever. And so the fact that they got quiet, right? Y'all fucking right. White privilege does not allow y'all to feel how she feel, but she tell y'all how she feel, and none of y'all go back and check in on how she feels. But let any of these white women up here cry one tear, one iota of a cry, and just a conversation for days upon weeks. Y'all bringing up old shit that y'all feel affected by. No one has asked Garcelle how he feel since she told y'all she did not feel accepted in the group. She didn't know her place. None of y'all came to her and said, okay, let's try to make sure that she feels wanted. No, y'all want her to come in to y'all to make y'all feel like she's a friend to y'all. Man, fuck y'all. Okay? Piss me off. And she was like, my whole life I've had to try to fit in no matter where I went. You know what I'm saying? Erica and Kathy was like, no, you do fit in, you do. And I will say Kathy and Erica, the looks on their faces seemed the most genuinely involved and really taking in what Garcelle was saying. That's my thing. But I still say fuck Erica. But Garcelle, like, do y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all don't, well, when they said that she does fit in, she said, but it doesn't feel that way. And that's my point. It doesn't feel like I fit in. I walk in a room and I consistently have to prove myself when I walk in. Have you ever walked in a room and felt like you were the only one who was different? Now Kathy said, well, yeah. And I was like, Kathy, shut the fuck up. Unless you're the only rich woman in the room, stop it. Okay? But let that be. And God says, okay, you have one time before felt different, but try living that your whole life. And it was like, oh, that's what she meant. Oh, that's yes. White women and women or people of pale skin have no idea what it's like to be black. None. And they use that shit as an oblivious role of I have to be forgiven because I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. If you do not know how different black people feel in the room of white people, that's your white privilege showing that you don't care. Because you should notice that shit. I'm the only black face here. I'm the only black woman here, and y'all all have an issue with how I am. Yeah, that I'm the eyeball out. Period. Okay. Anyway, they go, oh, I'm so glad you spoke up. We're so glad she's been telling y'all this shit. And on Watch What Happens Fast, I don't know who the guy on there, I can't think what his name was. The guy was the black guy who said it sucks that Garcelle had to have a full breakdown and crying for them to feel that she feels different. Well, she's told them this in calm faces. No, but she has to break down crying for them to get it. Anyway, when Lisa went and Doritza went to hug Garcelle, I said, y'all get the fuck off my girl. Get off. Go away from me with this. Okay. Anyway, so the rest of the episode, they went to a little a sound bath, and Erica wasn't there. However, who was it? Well, and Kathy fell asleep. I was like, whatever. But Lisa, Kyle, and Dorit talk about Erica not being there because some information came out that day about Tom, with Tom's brother getting the conservatorship over time or whatever, and how the brother wanted to put Tom in a home for people with dementia. And so they go and talk to Erica about it. because she's in her room or whatever. I just feel I'm having a nervous breakdown. It's so much. I'm saying, I was married to Tom for so long, and I loved him or whatever. He needs a caretaker, not a to be in a home or whatever. Because when someone who has dementia is put in a home, they can be abused. It does not be that good. It's down here from there. Now my grandma had that, and Tom was so good to my grandma, whatever. Tom helped pay for her care up until she died and whatnot. So, I just feel this and I feel that or whatever. Where's Tom's family? Where are Tom's kids? So no one cares about him since he can no longer help them. And I was like, this all happened in February of earlier this year. I'm like, what time at now? Anyway, that was the whole episode. I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown. It's just so much. And even though I'm divorcing him, it does not mean that no. Erica and Tom is pulling the wool over somebody's eyes, and they want some sympathy because, oh my God, Tom was so, within his dementia that he did all these things wrong. Bullshit upon bullshit upon bullshit. But this ended up being a long review because I talked too damn much. But I hope you all enjoyed. I will talk to y'all later. Do not forget we'll be live tonight at 9:30 or 9:50. Well, probably 9:30. I'm on Bonnie Blue's channel for the Ooh Lace First panel. And I will see you when I see you. Gotta go. Bye.